Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Yellow Jackets offense takes the field. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is made.
There he goes! It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Kane. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will have its first possession of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Tar Heels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Works the middle of the field. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive lineman gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. to the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover.
Touchdown, Tar Heels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking for a crease, it's Haynes. Getting that push, they pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Give to the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Turning it on. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Looking for a man. It's King. It's complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The give on the inside. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. On the move. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
It's complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. yards and points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in.
Fires one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellows, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Fresno State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Picks his way and gets 4 after the 27.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's King. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. It's complete to the left. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Lopez wants to fire. Takes the easy completion. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Scanning the field, it's King. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Lopez to pass. Working that left side now. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Trying play action. Steps away to find some room. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
He tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. From the gun, running back on the move. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fall.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The play-action fake. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. This quarterback part of their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket...
Intercepted for the 11th time. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Lopez wants to fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Makes the grab. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
One final play before the end of the quarter. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Here's the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
So now it's second and long. They'll run the option. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there,
breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
that's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
first down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and get...
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They move on top here on the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Motion from the back. Lopez to pass. Punts it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last... Oh, he's got some space. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Powell. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Might be looking to run. He's going to run it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. That gives him now a 7-point lead here in the final period. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Lopez wants to fire. They're working that left side. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Bringing the heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Gotta have it here on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down. It looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
They'll try the run. Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Trying to keep this drive alive. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do